Let's talk about Fire Emblem now. Oh man, it looks like not Fire Emblem. I mean, I remember I remember when Three Houses was announced and it totally looked like something that was not Fire Emblem, but I still got the game and I ended up loving it. So maybe this game will be the same. This Fire Emblem Engage, right? Right? As someone saying Fire Emblem Fates 2. Yeah, it just looks like that, with a lot of fan service, Not fan service as in sexiness, I mean, there's some sexiness in there. I mean, fan service as in the characters can summon the abilities or fuse with the heroes from the rest of the series. Which I guess is interesting. It's interesting, but that makes the game feel more like a spin-off. There is a Pepsi Man game already. Why engage? And yeah, there's a lot of memes, right? That the main character has blue hair and red hair. It just looks dumb. Like I said, guys, this is not. I mean, Fire Emblem to me, it's at least it's still a strategy RPG. That's what we should take into consideration. Fire Emblem at least is a series that's still a strategy RPG, unlike Square Enix, unlike what Square Enix did with Final Fantasy. They changed them straight into hack and slash, into action RPGs. Fire Emblem at least has the decency. Nintendo and Intelligent Systems at least have the decency to keep it tactical, grid-based. At least. We should be thankful for that, right? I mean, you all probably know that Fire Emblem got a spin-off a couple of years ago called Fire Emblem Warriors. And a couple of months ago, they released a sequel called Warriors 3 Hopes. Same thing, it's just now with the characters from Three Houses. You know what, I hope we get Dragon Quest Heroes 3 one day with the characters from Dragon Quest 11. That will be bonkers. Please, Square Enix, do that. Because I'm a big fan of Dragon Quest Heroes. But Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, I didn't play the game, but it's an action game, right? It's a hack and slash Musou game. I mean, imagine if this new Fire Emblem would have been like that. Hey, guess what, everybody? The next Fire Emblem in the main line series is going to be hack and slash. And people will still buy that. Oh yeah. At least they have the decency to keep it turn-based strategy, unlike Square Enix. So am I excited for Fire Emblem Engage? Well, I wasn't excited for Fates. Several years ago when it came out on the 3DS, I remember seeing the trailers, and I was like, oh well, the gameplay looks like Fire Emblem. That's awesome. But the story and characters were like... And then Three Houses appeared on our lives. And when I watched the trailers, I felt the same. I was like, it just looks like it's not Fire Emblem anymore. And when I played the game, I fucking loved it. Fire Emblem Three Houses, I fucking loved the game. But it just didn't feel like Fire Emblem anymore. It's its own game. I mean, it's a school simulator where you train your troops and you're a teacher. But at least the story ended up being amazing. Unlike the one in Fates. The one in Fates was... Holy shit, man. The idea was great. But, oh, man. The story in Fire Emblem Fates is so bad. Man, and Three Houses made up for that. I thought the story in Three Houses, especially in the second arc, no spoilers, it was just amazing, So Three Houses ended up, surpassing my expectations. I don't know why I never included Fire Emblem Three Houses, or did I? No, it wasn't there. I made a video, I'm pretty sure you guys remember that. Some of you remember that video, 10 JRPGs that surpassed my expectations. Fire Emblem Three Houses should have been in that video. Well, whatever, maybe a part 2 one day, right? But anyway, so maybe Fire Emblem Engage will make me swallow my words the way Three Houses did. because the trailer looks like ass. The character design, you know, it just looks dumb, silly, and it looks more like a spin-off. You know, you were able to summon and infuse with the heroes from the previous games. I mean, isn't there already a Fire Emblem Heroes for freaking phones out there? It's been there for like 7 years or something, 6 years. So it looks like a spin-off or whatever, you know. And when I watched the trailer, I was like, this can't be the new Fire Emblem, man. I mean, fuck. But at least, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but at least they're keeping the gameplay strategy, tactical. Thank you, Intelligent Systems, for at least having the decency to do that and not change everything to action. I'm not excited for your game, but we'll see what happens. My expectations are really low, and that's a good thing. It's always better to have low expectations on something. Most of the time, not always, most of the time those expectations end up being surpassed. So we'll see next year. February, I think, right? Next year.